How you doing, Matt? Quick question. What do you have to say to league commissioners that decide to have their fantasy draft in week 2 of the preseason instead of waiting it all out?
Yeah, they're morons.
That's all I have.
Listen, just to give you a serious answer, look, fantasy football is such an unpredictable game.
That was me proving a point on a national level to my...
Fuck you, John!
Boom! To my colleague, Eric Druckmann here. I had to bring Matthew Berry into this argument that we've been having where you don't fucking draft a fantasy football team before week 2 of the preseason's even played.
I mean, it's more than opinion. It's fact.
It's fact.
Listen, assholes, I'm just going to put it to bed right now, all right? I was going to, stand by what I said to begin with, but the fact that the fucking ordained pope of fantasy football has stated what a moronic move it was for me to have my draft during week 2 of the preseason, which wasn't an original idea. I actually had it the same day as another draft.
Bro. Excuses.
So I copied another horrible idea, so I guess I'm twice as bad.
You're a follower, dude. You're a fucking follower.
You should have just listened to us. It didn't have to go this far.
I don't think I was in the initial negotiations with you guys over when I'm going to have my fantasy
You know
draft.
what this is? This is me using the atomic bomb before getting bombed at Pearl Harbor. That's what that is. I pulled that card right away. I didn't let it go on. I just pulled it right out, and I'm like, you know what, Matthew Berry? I need your fucking help, bro. I need your help.
I do have my tail between my legs right now. The guru of fantasy football told me off. And what am I supposed to say to that? I'm not better than that guy.
Guys. We've got a show to do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Rated R Sports Talk podcast.
Fuck yeah!
I'm your host, John Longton, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Maximilian Niemeyer, a.k.a. Max.
What up, bitches?
And Eric Druckmann, a.k.a. Druck.
Hello again, assholes.
We also have a special studio guest today. We just signed her on. She is our publicist, our PR manager, our consultant, our barber, what else is she, guys?
Did you say social media manager?
So, social media manager. This is Cara Cliffe.
Hi, everyone.
Cara and I go to UAlbany together, and it was just a match made in heaven for her to just run the show for us. We're a bunch of guys here scratching each other. We don't really know what to do, so we had to bring in a nice little woman's touch. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Cara.
Well, I'm here to keep you guys on track, but communications major, journalism minor, and I'm here to learn the ropes from you guys.
That's a scary fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's a really
no
scary
expert here
thing.
by any means.
Oh, my God. All right.
I'll teach you.
All right, let's jump right into it.
I felt all right in there. I felt like it was very close. I get that wobbly stage. I check me fights. When it gets into the deep waters, there's a time in it, or in that middle stage or something, where I get that wobbly stage from fatigue. But I wasn't hurt. I wasn't wobbled once. It was just I was fatigued. Let me get to the corner. Let me go down on a knee or something. But boxing's a little bit different, so I don't know.
He's a very awkward opponent, but and he's a tough competitor. I talked about that before the fight happened.
You kept hitting him. He was taking it.
Oh, he was taking it. He's a tough competitor. But, we had a game plan, and our game plan worked tonight.
So how about it, guys? We waited about a year for this thing. Actually, the build-up was about a year and a half from all the shit talking.
Sure.
I think there was a 700 and some odd day layoff for Floyd Mayweather between fights, and finally we got it. What are your thoughts on the fight?
It exceeded my expectations, I'll tell you that. I wasn't really planning on watching the fight.
Oh, so you watched it?
You did watch it. You were so adamant about not watching the fight and not giving your money.
Hey, I was very adamant about it, but if you're just kind of bullshitting on your phone, you're cruising through Facebook and Instagram. You see on Instagram up on top, people are running live videos on Saturday night. I kind of put 2 and 2 together, figured someone probably had the fight, so jumped on. Some Brazilian model was streaming the fight through Instagram, so I did get to watch
streaming through Instagram
round 3 and beyond.
Oh, you missed the best part of the fight. The best part of the fight was the first 3 rounds.
Was the first 3 rounds?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you just bullshitting me?
I'm not bullshitting.
I mean, that's when Connor was going in.
Connor was going in?
Yeah,
Connor
he kind of ran out of steam
blows.
around round 4.
Ah, man.
Literally.
You know what? From what I saw, though, I did really enjoy it. I didn't, just because I was bad-mouthing the fight didn't necessarily mean I didn't want the fight to be good. I'm glad that the fight was successful in a way, and did exceed my expectations. And from what I watched from it, I liked. I will say this though, I don't really like the boxing KO.
That was kind of bullshit.
The way that they end it so abruptly.
I mean, let him hit the mat, dude. I mean, we waited for how long? It was hyped up for so long. We all knew it was coming.
I feel like that ref was in the way too often also.
Yeah. He seemed very one-sided.
Yeah.
Well, when they were talking in the beginning.
Yeah, when he was reading the rules, he stared at Conor the entire time.
It was kind of like that get off my lawn complex that referee had toward Conor.
Like you're a UFC guy, you don't know these boxing rules.
So get out
off my turf. Well,
if
you remember though, he kept throwing fucking hammer punches.
He did throw a few.
He grabbed him by his side and went in a few times.
I did see that.
So he was throwing that UFC shit around. So he had to get talked to.
I think if Conor does seriously want to be a boxer, he does have a career.
No, he's not gonna.
No.
I'm just saying hypothetically, if he ever wanted to, I think he would be successful.
He started out as a boxer, Druck.
All right. So I think from this point at where he is right now as a fighter, if he did want to pursue boxing at this juncture, at this time right now, he would be a great boxer.
Could you guys see more fighters crossing over, more boxers going to UFC and vice versa, just to stir up the pot and kind of, increase the purse a little bit? Why wouldn't you do that? That's two different audiences that are going to tune in, and both audiences are going to be like, well, our guys are better, our guys are better. You know what I'm saying? I think this could be a thing. This could be the first of many UFC boxing fights where they're either in the cage or in another boxing ring. What do you think about that?
I think it would be foolish if the UFC and the World Boxing Federation didn't get together and try to play off of each other, because they know that they can make really good business with each other. So I think it'd be really dumb if they decided to just go about their own way and not get involved with each other.
I think some of the better crossover matches would be lesser known stars, though. I don't think you're going to see another big name as this big of a name fight, at least for some time.
I can see that. Hey, Cara, did you watch the fight at all?
I actually caught the end of it when the ref called it, because I was looking for someplace I was streaming it, and I ended up in a hot, sweaty frat house. And I saw it, and I was so pissed because Conor had everybody thinking that he was going to get the one-up on Mayweather. He talked a great game, and then when it came to it, he just got so tired out. He didn't have any idea how long those 10 rounds or however many rounds it was going to be were going to last, and I think he burnt out in the beginning of it. So,
Cara, I have to ask, were the bros losing their mind? Were they revolting?
They were insane. Everybody was obviously Team McGregor, and I was Team McGregor too. I'm like 95% Irish.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh,
I was rooting for McGregor.
He threw to left and he threw to right, and then he put me on my back. But he should have been put on his back.
Don't even know how to read.
You got a school bag. You can't even read.
I love the guy's promos. I can't get enough of it.
Oh, it's great. It's great. The guy does stir the pot, and I think because of his mouth alone that the purse was so big. I mean, you get Mayweather in there. Mayweather, like we said last show, he's the worst shit talker in the world. But then you put McGregor next to him, and the whole world wanted McGregor to just fucking beat the shit out of Mayweather.
That's how you sell tickets. These dynamic personalities you have in boxing, like him, and you saw Muhammad Ali do it. You saw Tyson in his own way
take
too.
A page right out of wrestling.
Yeah.
Actually, that's all that was.
Muhammad Ali has said in interviews in the past that he was inspired by Gorgeous George.
Oh, no shit.
The original wrestlers in the 50s. Just with all his showmanship.
I would imagine.
That's what sells tickets.
There's a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a pretty good day. It was basically a Super Bowl for a lot of people, because you don't really have two sports realms converging like that at once. And now does boxing say they're better than UFC, and UFC kind of backs off a little bit? No,
everybody's going to dig in their heels. They're going to stick with their original opinions. Everybody has their excuses and, whatever. Which is another reason why I wish that they'd let McGregor go down. Now he says, oh, I was just tired,
Well,
that's how I fight.
I believe,
I
believe since McGregor didn't get knocked out and knocked down like that, there's room for a rematch.
Unfortunately, I'd have to agree.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, too.
Mean, there's definitely room for a rematch. But the one thing that I did notice in this fight...
Does Mayweather take that rematch?
It depends if he has to pay his taxes again. The dude fucking fought just now just to
pay
his
taxes. By no other
taxes.
fighting medium than boxing.
But one thing that I did take away from this fight, was Steve Harvey had better seats than fucking LeBron James.
I saw something about
Did you see that?
after
He
the
did.
fight.
And then Mike Tyson
Was right behind LeBron.
was right behind LeBron. What a fucking odd couple that is.
Dude, Family Feud money is fuck money. I'm telling you.
You think?
I think it is.
Well,
I think he's the only cat in town. There's no more Ray Combs. There's no more
That dude from Home Improvement.
Home Improvement
Yeah, what was
guy.
the name of that guy?
Al.
This land
Al
is
the
Borderland.
Tool Man.
Al the Tool Man,
He's
yeah.
crushing it way worse than any of those
Yeah, well,
motherfuckers.
Steve Harvey gets everybody involved.
His
though. I mean,
facials when somebody gets
Wow.
something wrong on Family Feud, like no one else I've ever seen.
Yeah, but still,
Never mind.
how do you get better seats than the King at a sporting event? Also, I saw LeBron and Mike Tyson talking a lot, and I can only imagine how that conversation went. I can only imagine what Mike Tyson and LeBron were talking about.
Pigeons.
Pigeons. Yeah, literally. Probably like what type of bird food to feed his fucking pigeons.
LeBron?
Her name is Cecilia LeBron.
No, but
pigeons?
but I mean, if there's a rematch, are you guys watching the rematch?
I'll watch the rematch
Yeah, I'm
because
watching
I
it.
have faith in some model streaming it on Instagram again. I mean, it seems like it's a trend that's going to start with this fight, and it's going to carry on.
I'll watch it again as well. I just I don't like to watch these things in public where everything is overpriced and it's elbow room only. We had a good time at my buddy's house. There was about, I don't know, 10 to 15 of us just sitting around in the living room, and it was a nice little environment for us to watch the fight. But
I mean,
That's something I would enjoy.
If the fight went like the Pacquiao fight, where it went the whole fight, nothing fucking happened.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, boring decision. I wouldn't be into it. I probably wouldn't get the rematch. But the fact that they actually fought,
Definitely exciting.
yeah, it was good. I think it lived up to the hype. I think
so too.
I don't know anybody that really was disappointed.
I still think it was overhyped, but
well, nowadays
I
That's the thing.
I
Everything
think a
nowadays.
lot of people set their
it's the only way to go.
expectations so low that it was satisfying.
well, there's so many different ways to market this fight. You got social media, you got everybody is covering this fight. You throw on the country music station, they're talking about the fight in between the commercials and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about this fight, so the fight kind of promoted itself more or less.
Imagine how big some of the old fights would have been if they had like Facebook
Oh yeah,
and social media.
yeah, and then
The Rumble in the Jungle.
Hashtags,
there's so many different
God,
places to
hashtag
have this
Rumble in the
conversation.
Hey,
That's how it
Imagine
grows.
how many hits that would have gotten.
right? Yeah.
Crazy.
But he true to left and he true to right, and now that's all she wrote. By the way, guys, also on Saturday was the Travers.
The year 1864. Named for William R. Travers, president of the old Saratoga Racing Association. The Travers race, traditionally known as the Graveyard of Champions.
So let you guys know, 2/3 of the show was at the Travers this week. Max and I went, and we had a hell of a time.
Fuck yeah.
It was one of the better days of the summer/year.
Yeah, we crushed. How many Stellas? They're tiny cans anyways.
Yeah, there's tiny cans. I kind of ran
You don't
out
count
of-
beers.
We don't. Yeah, you can't count beers.
Got a little sunburnt.
We did run out though, which was very disappointing. We ran out in the 4th fucking race.
We did run out.
We ran out of
race.
beers in the 4th race, and we literally bought enough beers to last us the whole day.
That was the game plan.
Ran out 4th race.
Yeah. Made us buy fucking $20 drinks.
Yeah, no, we were buying $20 drinks at the Post and all that other shit. But what are you gonna do?
Hey, it's Travers.
Okay, so while we were at the Travers, something happened to me personally that's never happened to me in my entire life.
When you were in the little boys' room?
No, that's a separate story.
Oh, all right, my bad.
But
What? Wait, what?
no, let's just bypass that. All right, so I made a bet. Well, no, let me backtrack. There was a lady that was in front of me. She made a bet in the little betting window or whatever and went away, and I was next in line. She comes back a couple seconds later.
These are the video, the machines,
Yeah,
not
I've
the
seen them
actual
before.
teller.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one where you need the actual slip. There's no cash involved. You put the slip in. It takes your total. You put your bets in, yada, yada, whatever.
Sure.
So I'm putting my bets in, and this lady comes up to me, and she goes, "Excuse me, did you see my betting slip? I left it right here."
Or voucher.
Her voucher. And she didn't. And my response was, no, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Whatever. So she walks away. I thought that was the end of it. And I can hear her out of the back of my head talking shit about me to somebody, saying that I stole her voucher. I ignored it. I made my bet, and I walked away. I thought nothing of it, you know? So let's fast forward to as we're leaving the track, and I'm cashing in my voucher. Her friend comes up to me and accuses me of stealing the voucher. Again, this is 2 hours later.
This is at the end of the day. Now, we've been drinking out in the sun.
Oh, I'm
I
liquored up.
think they were drinking out in the sun, too.
Oh, absolutely.
So 2 hours later, her friend comes up to me. She goes, you stole her voucher. Stole. Like, stress.
God.
Stole. I said, what? She goes, you know what you did. I'm like, lady, what are you talking about? At this point, I try to call Max over. I'm like, Max, this lady's trying to accuse me.
Now we need to step back one more. Did you see any pictures? Did you see the Snapchat, John's hat that he rocked all day?
Yeah. I did, actually. The bonnet.
The nice red bonnet.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was pretty hard.
We made a little bet between the two of us how many compliments he was going to get as we were walking out.
Oh, I didn't realize he was rocking that the whole day.
I
whole
rocked
day.
it for a solid 12 hours that day. Not even lying when I say that. Not
Like-
even lying a little bit.
Dude,
Takes
so many
balls.
compliments. Male, female, everybody was coming up to him.
I bet all walks of life.
So I'm calling Max over as I'm getting berated by this lady. I'm like, Max.
Now here I'm thinking he's getting a compliment. We set it at what, 7? I took the under, he took the over.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking he's calling me over because he's getting a compliment. So I'm laughing it off. I have no fucking idea what's going on.
Then this lady standing next to Max, who's also friends with the lady who's accusing me of stealing her stuff, whips out her phone and is trying to take my picture.
Oh, no.
And Max is still blind to the
I
point
thought she was taking a picture of the hat. I'm like, what, are you trying to steal my date? What are you doing?
That's ridiculous. Oh,
Max
man.
thought that, she was one of the ladies giving me a compliment all day. They wanted to take a picture of my hat. But this lady wanted to get a picture of my face to post it on social media or go let the authorities know that I stole her friend's voucher.
Wow, what a mob mentality.
So,
fucking bullshit, man.
There's a good 5 ladies coming at me so hard, and I'm rocking this fucking awesome.
What's the age
And
range?
we use the term
right here?
ladies very loosely.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
loosely. Super loosely.
What's the age range?
They could be
Yeah.
our mother's friends.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? They're in their 50s, I'd say.
Very homely looking.
But
Homely looking, like they're from...
they're literally
Gloversville?
berating me.
What is it with you in Gloversville?
I know, seriously. And then I asked them, I'm like, how much was the voucher for? Is it like $1,000 voucher? Why are these ladies fucking coming at me so hard? Chuck, you want to take a guess on how much the voucher was worth?
I'm gonna guess that
voucher.
she's extremely petty, and it was maybe like $4.
Oh, that's
close.
It was $16.
16 still.
$16. And her and her pack of fucking, housewives there.
Wow.
Are
the Golden Girls.
the Golden Girls
The soccer
are
moms were
hammering
out.
me in front of all
Insane.
these goddamn strangers. There's families watching me get berated by these fucking ladies, and here's everyone thinking that I'm a thief. This kid in the girl's hat.
Yeah, that's not right, John. And that's the herring right there, is that, like, if you were actually trying to be sly and steal her voucher, why would you make yourself stand out wearing that fucking hat all day?
Right. I would want to blend in with my fedora,
Right.
which is what I was doing the second race into the day, and then I made the best trade of my life when I traded for that actual hat. Max, do you second
Jesus
that?
Christ.
Yeah.
Max, what was the public response to me wearing that hat?
It was absolutely ridiculous. If you weren't
It's
there,
ridiculous.
if you didn't
Did
walk,
anyone call him brave?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
didn't get...
Kind of
I
had
didn't-
that,
I
like,
think I heard-
Caitlyn Jenner sentiment to John?
There were a few of those.
Yeah.
Mostly, generally, from the heart, people were impressed. He was getting, every girl was coming up to him like, oh, nice
Good.
hat, nice hat. Can I get a picture with you? The
My
whole-
man
I was
is
taking
fearless.
pictures with people because I was wearing this hat. This hat was the best thing that ever happened to me.
And
I-
more so, the people with money.
Yeah. Oh, when
Really?
we snuck into VIP, we had a better
Snuck
response.
into VIP?
That's another story for a little later.
Yeah, that's another story for... We'll check into the track in a
Yeah, we
little
snuck
bit.
into VIP. We talked about you.
You dropped my name.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
we-
to anyone in particular?
Like, to John.
Just to the elites?
I dropped
Yeah.
your name to
Okay.
Max.
To the podcast.
Yeah, to the podcast. We were actually kind of talking
We did a
about
live
you.
on the scene.
So you dropped my name amongst each other.
Yeah. No one really knows who you are or heard what we were talking about, but we'll get to that in the rest of the show. Yeah, but Max and I
So
stuck into
honored.
VIP, and there was like free food up there and stuff like that. We felt like kings over there, didn't we?
What kind of fare did they have over in this VIP section?
Fudge popsicles.
Fudge,
Just all fudge
popsicles.
varieties?
They're fucking delicious.
There's like 10 different types of
Fudgesicles?
fudge. Anything really.
They had like lemon bars and cakes and like
Really?
Yeah.
Just that's just all what rich people eat. Any like escargot?
I did not.
I didn't
see
any escargot. No, I didn't see any escargot. But it was nice. It's a little how the VIP sounded from that day.
All right, guys, we are still live. Well, live for us right now. Dead.
Cell phone died.
Cell phone died. We are live at the Travers 2017, August 26th. Great day.
One race left.
One race left. Max and I still have not hit a race. But one
I hit
observation.
a race, but I'm still down on the day.
I've not hit a race. We did, however, sneak into the VIP,
What's up?
which we are currently at right now. And I'll tell you what, man, we just came to the same conclusion that next time we come back to the track,
This is it.
this is it. We're not going to sit in the fucking peasant picnic table area.
No.
We're not going to stand in line to fucking place our
Yo,
wagers.
they got TV screens at each table. You place your bet at your table. You can watch the best camera on the horses all day.
And
you got the best seats in the house.
And there's gorgeous. When I say gorgeous, that's an understatement. There's gorgeous, gorgeous girls up here that are, frankly, they're after everyone's bank account up here. They're leeches
Gold diggers.
and gold diggers or whatever. But I'll tell you what, I'm having a great fucking time up here. This is pretty incredible right now.
This is it. This is it. I mean, it's not even worth coming to the fucking track if I got to hang out with the peasants.
So in the third race of the day, it might have been the fourth race, I actually swapped my fedora that I was wearing with a woman's track hat.
I think we touched on this.
And
Maybe not. I don't know.
maybe not. I'm killing it right now. I'm getting fed so many compliments. People are buying me drinks, touching my ass.
Yeah.
Want to know what I'm doing later?
I got my ass touched because you're wearing the hat.
Dude, I think from now on when I go to the track, I will only wear a woman's hat. This could even transition to a fucking women's dress down the road. I just want to see how far the hat gets me right now.
I wouldn't go as far as the dress, but the hat, 100%,
The hat's killing it.
and the VIP one. The update is, though, that we're doing better than Druckmann.
Yeah, what was Druckmann doing
I think he's
today?
like working.
Working, yeah, working. This guy, he works more than anybody, but he never has any money in his pocket. I don't understand.
Yeah, working all the time, but he's not up at VIP at Travers, is he?
If Druckmann was here, he would not know what to do with himself, I feel, because this is not a place where we're at normally.
He'd probably be rock hard like
McGregor,
and
yeah,
Wayans.
exactly. I'm actually rock hard right now. but
I'm way rock hard. That's why I'm leaning in to talk into this microphone right now.
You know what we did, Druck, is you know how you and I like to sneak into different seats at sporting events?
Yeah, we've been known to do that.
I kind of led the charge, and I said, Max, just follow me. Just do what I do and act nonchalant. So we're downstairs, and they're supposed to look at your stamp. You're supposed to get stamped when you're up in VIP just in order to get back to VIP.
Friendly reminder, he's wearing a red bonnet.
Red bonnet.
Yes.
Red fucking
Nonchalant.
bonnet.
Here we go, sneaking in.
Literally. So I stuck my hand out as if I had this stamp that I didn't have. They let me go through, and Max did the same. They let us both go
I never
through.
even put my hand out, John.
You didn't?
No.
You just followed me?
That girl got called back.
Right.
I don't know what her deal was.
Yeah,
She
the girl in
didn't
front
have
of
a
us.
stamp or something. And he looked at her. John stuck his hand out. He waved him on, and then I just walked right up. Didn't even stop me. I didn't look at him.
Yeah, it was great. And then the first thing we did when we got up there was we said to each other, we need to get the stamps so we can continue to come back into VIP for the rest of the day. And that's what we did.
Yeah.
We
Got it.
Once you get into VIP,
You've mastered the con.
I have. Well, once you get to where you're not supposed to be, what you do is you stand out a little bit and you make friends with people around.
You schmooze.
So when you leave
Of
and you
course,
come
I've seen
back,
you do it.
Yeah. When you leave and when you come back, they're like, oh, no, he was here already. He's supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? So my first order of business is just schmooze with everybody.
You build a sense of community.
Exactly.
I've seen it firsthand.
That's what I did in Syracuse for the Elite Eight game.
Yes.
I made friends with every security guard down there. I snuck in front row.
I saw that there was I'd say a 55-year-old woman. Her pants were up to her chest.
That's hot.
I'm telling you.
It's real hot.
And
Yeah.
John was schmoozing so fucking hard. She was turning all red and smiling like a little schoolgirl. This guy was the master that game, and we got front row seats, and we were on TV.
Got front row seats. Every time they brought the ball up the court, we were on national television, and we should have been in the nosebleeds, in the bleachers. It's all about schmoozing people, and it's all about not necessarily lying, but kind of bending the truth a little bit. You know what I'm saying? People You can't lie to somebody's face. Like, actually, Max, remember when I ordered that drink?
Yes.
All right, so we're blending into this party, and they're taking a drink order in VIP. And I'm like, we're going to have a couple Bloody Marys. And the guy goes, are you with that party over there? And my response was, I'm with somebody that's with that party. And he made the Bloody Marys. Right? So they bring the Bloody Marys over to us, and he's handing them to us, and the other server of the party comes over. And she goes to the guy, are they with the party? And the guy goes, well, he said he's with some guy. And then she asked us, are you with the party? And then that's when I couldn't continue to lie.
We're over taking snapshots with this giant bottle of Kettle One.
Yeah.
John's twirling fucking
oh god,
twirling trays. We're standing out like sore fucking thumbs.
Yeah,
so they,
right when the drinks
point.
came out. So it kind of blew up her spot a little bit.
Yeah. If
you just had to twirl some trays, John.
Couldn't help it.
That's how I get down.
Man
I was
is a
twirling
wizard.
them. I was tossing them up and down. Yeah, we kind of stuck out a little
Really
bit,
sucking your own
and
dick
they
there.
knew there was something up. They knew that we didn't belong there because we didn't, fit in line. We didn't have our napkins on our fucking lap. We were kind of hanging out and having a good time. And apparently, you're not supposed to do that in VIP. You stick out like a sore thumb.
Sure. I mean, you
Red
have to act like
bonnet
you've been there
twirling.
before.
Exactly,
That's what you
Max.
have
What did
to
I say
do.
what did I say when we walked up there?
Act like you've been there before.
Act like- if you act
can't,
like
you
you've
can't
been
just
there
jump into the
before-
situation and
Oh,
blow your load
absolutely,
right
yeah.
away.
No. You can't get giddy.
It's the golden rule.
Golden fucking rule. So that was our day at the track, and then we went out to the Horseshoe after, which was pretty fun.
That was fucking crazy.
Horseshoe is a bar, right?
Horseshoe is a bar. It's got this big fucking
How
tent
long
where
did
you
we
go
wait in a
outside.
line to get in?
We waited in line for a good half
Is
hour.
the bar
I think.
shaped like a horseshoe?
There's multiple bars.
There's multiple
We didn't
bars.
actually go in the
Oh,
building
really?
itself. We were
It's
just
a mob
out.
scene.
Yeah, we were out where the tented area was. Or whatever. In case you were wondering, this is what the Horseshoe sounded like.
All right, we are at the Horseshoe Travers after party. It is elbow room only. There's a live band. There's beer. There's a lot of hot girls here.
Wow.
Take in the sights and sounds, Max. What can you describe to people that are listening to this right now that we are
I
seeing?
mean, this is the after party of after parties. If you were up at Travers and you were looking for a party, this is the place to be. It is legit elbows to assholes.
It's elbows to assholes, but to be honest, a lot of
pretty assholes.
A lot of attractive assholes here. Not gonna lie.
Us included.
If I was ever at an elbows to asshole place, I would choose this over any.
Look at the bouncer up top in the crow's nest, just scouting out who's gonna fight.
Right. We did see some guy get tossed out right when we got here.
Yeah, and he claimed he had a broken leg, but then I saw him jog back in here.
Actually, that's him right there, right in front of us. Boom, that's the guy. That's the guy right there.
Holy shit, it is.
He's back in this place. He must have snuck back in. We're going to keep an eye on this guy because he is trouble, and I love it.
Yes.
I totally am down.
Absolutely.
I'm totally down with this guy. Maybe we'll get an interview.
I don't want to interview that bitch.
I'm saying it might be good content for the show.
It isn't. It isn't.
Isn't. We're at the Horseshoe, guys.
And the dude took a fall like a fucking soccer player.
Yeah.
He got escorted out in like a chokehold. Now he's back in.
Wow, I sound sober.
Yeah, we were both very coherent and very sober at that point.
I know
but,
Gatorade could get you that drunk.
Yeah, no, I was drinking Powerade. Maybe that was my mistake.
Fucking Powerade.
Those electrolytes.
The electrolytes, yeah.
Fuck you up.
Anyway, Druck, how was your weekend?
Oh, I picked up this idiot by the bar at Saratoga on Friday night on Lyft.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're name dropping that now?
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna. I forgot his name because I consciously tried to forget who he was because So I pick up this kid from Lyft, very very drunk.
Was he wearing a red bonnet?
He was not wearing a red bonnet.
I'd take
I probably
Uber,
would have
actually,
enjoyed his
alright?
company
Yeah, I'm
a
more
little
of
bit
an Uber
more,
guy.
maybe just a little bit more if he had one on. Anyway, pick him up. He's like, oh, bro, you think you can just drive me to SPAC? I just won these 2 tickets, and I want to sell them real quick. I know I can just sell them real quick. So, like, can you go on your Lyft app and, like, just end our ride right now, and I'll give you $20 just to stay? And
So he's a crunchy
just-
fella.
drunk idiot. So I was just
wait.
I'm too nice of a guy. So I'm like, okay. So we go to SPAC. It's like a $7 fare for like a very short ride. So I get $7 there. He pays me $20 to go to SPAC. He sells the tickets like within 2 minutes. Go back, take him back to Troy. And this whole time, this kid is just
That was
being
Luke Bryan, right?
belligerent. No,
No,
it was Matchbox 20.
Matchbox 20 was
that
there?
Matchbox
That was
20
Friday.
and
That was Friday, right?
And Counting Crows.
Really?
Yeah, I would have
I think that's a
gone
good
for the
show.
Counting Crows. Yeah, I don't know.
I know a couple people that were there.
I've seen spat concerts with those kinds of bands, and it just
What do? You just
it's pretty boring.
okay.
Anyway, I take this kid back, but
So wait, time out. You picked him up in Troy, or you picked him up in Saratoga?
Picked him up in Saratoga, took him home to Troy, and got all together. It was like $70 end of the day.
So you were with this kid for a while.
Yeah, for like a
now was that
fucking
lit
hour.
legal?
22 years old. He kept saying everything is the littest, or
I think he was saying
he's using some kind of play on the word lit. I forgot what it was, but he just kept saying it over and over. Just
lit,
typical
fam.
worst millennial bullshit.
Are you
son of a cop too? So he kept telling me all the things he was getting away with.
Oh God.
So oh man, could not wait to drop this kid off. So
are you sure he wasn't saying
end of the day like $70?
The liftest?
The liftest? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm
It's
just
kind of
kinda
killing me right now. I'm trying to think of what.
Like the paper?
Our young host, do you know any plays on the word lit that people use?
Well, let's come up to a microphone. We have a guest host in the studio today. It is Cara Cliffe. Say hi to our listeners, Cara.
Hi, you pronounce it Cara, but it's close enough.
Hi,
Yo, that shit is
Cara?
Yeah.
That's the Long Island way to pronounce it.
So that name is lit.
Cara.
Well, you're in Albany right now.
So it's Cara.
Cara. I'm going to call you Cara from now on. All right, so is there any plays on lit? Like, it's just such a generational gap with the whole lingo going on nowadays. So
on fleek, I'm just trying to like.
Can you use
understand
lit
that right
in a
now.
sentence for us, please?
I would say the party is lit, but sometimes if you want to type it out, it's ISSLIT. No spaces. That means it's super lit.
Okay.
Wow, my mind's blown.
Mine is too.
It's lit.
All right, it's super lit.
Jello shot party. A slut.
Eslet?
Did I use it right? A slut.
A slut. Okay. All right. No, what were we talking about? Oh, you're lit.
Oh no, just these damn kids and their damn words these days, and how this kid was a perfect
skateboards and their damn
representative
rap
of that.
music.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, you know what next week is?
I think I know. Fuck yes! NFL kickoff!
Bum 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 bum.
Da da da.
That sounds awful.
We could do the whole show with just this.
Yeah. Great synergy.
Great synergy. So we might as well talk NFL at some point. Can't
Fuck
talk
yeah,
fucking
we're gonna
Mayweather,
talk
McGregor,
NFL, the best
Travers.
sport in the country that causes concussions.
Wow.
Nice job. All right, guys. Who's excited?
Who the fuck is not excited?
As soon as I mention,
I wait all year for this.
As soon as I mention NFL, the energy level in this room is just like
everyone lit up.
Crazy.
You know.
I wish I could
stop
see
looking at her
Oris.
phone.
Cara, stop looking at her phone. All right. So I think we should just jump into picking division winners. I think next week we'll save our playoff predictions and Super Bowl picks and all that other stuff. But let's just jump right into it. What division you guys want to go
Say
first?
we should start with an easy one first, and this may upset you, John.
Don't even.
We're gonna start with the AFC East.
Pretty
AFC
easy.
East. All right, so let's break it down. It's the Patriots and everybody else. We
Go
all
around.
know who's gonna win the fucking AFC East. The only thing I'm praying on is Tom Brady to go down with a career-ending injury.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen, John. I think the man is made of steel, and it's due to all the millet that he eats every fucking day. With
I do have
Giselle.
one tiny thing working for me. One little thing.
Is that little thing Julian Edelman?
No, it's called the Madden Curse.
That's a real curse.
It's a real fucking thing.
A real curse.
I don't think it's really has it really applied in the last few years. I don't think it has.
Listen, I'm gonna gauge the numbers however they work for me, and they work right now. All right, Tom
Odds are
Brady.
still in.
I mean, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. These fuckers are gonna win the Super Bowl.
I got Tom Brady at 40 touchdowns this year.
Oh,
40 touchdowns.
40
How many
touchdowns.
picks?
Didn't say any picks. His picks are insignificant with Tommy Brady.
You can't just pop off like that and not put anything on the line, though.
All right, so picks.
Who's coming in?
I'll give the picks at like 6 picks. Maybe 7.
I'm talking about
40 and 6?
40 and 6?
40 and 7.
It's not
say
bad.
40 and 7.
40 and 7? Oof. No doubt. So what do you got the Patriots going? What's the record?
Their record is going to be 13 and 3. I think they're going to drop a few tough ones, but ultimately they're going to...
There's a lot of people saying that the Patriots are going to go undefeated. You have them losing 3 games.
I do have them
and a lot of experts
games.
are saying that they're going to go undefeated.
I don't know. I kind of want to go against the grain of all the experts because I feel like when you anoint someone as the absolute best,
everybody's going to be gunning for them. They are the current.
Everyone is going to be gunning for them.
They're the champs.
There's a couple emerging teams in the AFC that we're going to get into also that I think can take down the Patriots for at least a game. Maybe not when it matters, but for a regular season game, I think it can happen.
So you think in division they're going to go undefeated, probably?
Yeah,
they're going to sweep the division, go 6-0?
I think in the division they will.
I don't know about that. And they
Maybe
might drop
the
one to the
Dolphins
Bills.
might take one for them, take one away from them.
I'm
not trying to flatter you either, John. I'm just being realistic.
But traditionally, no matter how good the Dolphins are, they split with them every other year.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
So
we'll win 1 game in 2 years off those guys.
So did they win one last year?
Did they win? Yeah.
I don't believe they did, and I think that the Dolphins are due.
Oh shit!
That's kind of where I'm going.
We'll see.
All right, let's
That'll
go.
be your Super Bowl this year, John.
Come again?
That will be your Super Bowl this year. When the Dolphins beat the Patriots.
I'm actually going to be at that game in Foxborough for my birthday weekend. I would like you guys to join me.
Oh, what's up? I'm there.
What you're inviting us?
Yeah, I'm inviting you. I'm inviting all of our listeners. I'm going to have a whole section roped off.
Sounds baller.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, we're gonna be rich and famous off this thing by the time that happens, right?
Fudgesicles?
I'm banking on us being rich and famous by the time that happens. We have 3 months to get that done, and I'll just buy a whole section.
And we'll have more than just one rated R sports girl.
That's plausible.
That's right. We're growing our brand. Cara is single-handedly growing our brand.
She's actively recruiting right now.
Actively recruiting. All right, let's go to the next one. We got the AFC West, guys. AFC West. It's a little dicey in Denver with the quarterback situation. They just named Trevor Siemian their starter. I think that they should give Paxton Lynch some more time to prove himself, but
I agree.
I still don't think they win the division.
I don't think they win the division either. May
Raiders.
I indulge you in my pick?
Yes, sir.
The Raiders. Fuck yeah. I'm on board.
I think they're the most complete team in the division. The passing game is established. I think that their success in offense is also predicated on its beast mode. Hasn't shown that he's lost a step at all. They got a killer defense. Can't go without mentioning SUNY Buffalo alum Khalil Mack leading the charge there. So I got very high hopes for the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, I see them taking that. I could see the Chiefs giving them a run.
Popping in there, yeah.
But fuck the Chiefs.
Did the Chiefs announce? Chiefs are going with Alex Smith still, right?
That last night.
Yeah.
Okay. So so he's just the bridge to Pat Mahomes.
More or less. Andy Reid was on the Herd today, and he said that Alex Smith understands the whole situation. He understands that
they fucking suck. And
they don't, though. They make the playoffs every fucking year.
I think it's really got to get under Alex Smith's skin, just how he is just saddled with the label constantly of game manager, and that I think the guy wins games. The guy makes smart decisions. You know, it's kind of a shame how his career has gone.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you need something more than a game manager to win a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You need.
That's what they see in Pat Mahomes. He's a big kid, 6'5", got kind of a Cam Newton frame.
I'll tell you what, man.
Not as built as Cam Newton, but I think he can develop into something special.
All right, so I also agree it's the Raiders. So let's keep it moving here. We got the AFC North.
Sticking with the AFC.
Now that's a little dicey. We're gonna go all the way down the AFC, and then we're gonna go all the way down the NFC. So AFC North, I think it's pretty wide open, to be honest. Well, besides the Browns are gonna fucking lose all but 2 games this year, so they're done. Count those guys out. But
is anybody not taking the Steelers?
The Bengals could surprise you. Also, the Ravens could surprise you. You never know.
I could see the Ravens being in the mix.
So
I personally, I have the Steelers. I think Martavis Bryant coming back gives them a new wrinkle in their game. I do think that when it comes to the Bengals, like that coach, name slips my mind right now.
Marv.
We're going live. Marvin
Marvin
Lewis.
Lewis.
Yeah, he just can't get it done in the playoffs. I mean,
Is it him or is it
they got to
Andy-
cut ties with him at some point. Like, how many times are they going to make the playoffs and just get eliminated in the first round? You know?
Yeah. I could see
Repeating
that.
something over and over again.
It's
is
also
the
Dalton,
definition.
though. Dalton is a shit quarterback in the playoffs.
He is.
Dalton can't get it done.
He doesn't have any soul in there.
I'm going to go with the Steelers as well. So are we all picking the Steelers there?
Yeah, do you
I'm
think this is
picking
going to be the
Steelers.
last year that we see this Steelers team?
Are you implying you think
Are
Ben
you saying
Roethlisberger is
Big
going to
Ben
retire?
is gonna retire?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're breaking it up a little bit.
I think he's going to be around for 2 more seasons. I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's talking all this retirement stuff because, the whole concussion talk is pretty big right now and getting nicked up, and it's kind of a hot topic, a hot button to push. But I think he's just stirring up the pot. He's not going to retire.
Do you think that Big Ben would consciously try to change his style if that's his thought process right now?
What do you mean? His style not getting
he have
sacked?
to? Would he have to drop back in the pocket a little bit more often rather than running the ball? I know he doesn't deliberately run, but he runs when he has to.
Well, he's
But do you think
definitely.
he should be playing a little bit more conservative.
I think over the years it's already happened, to be honest. But maybe you'll see it a little
Some
more, a
little
little more.
parts.
But all right, so that's a consensus. We have no controversy here. How about the AFC South?
I'm excited about this division.
AFC South is kind of a wide open division
Very
as well.
wide open.
Jags are gonna shit the bed, so they're the Cleveland Browns of the AFC South.
Suck.
How bad is Blake Bortles?
Blake Bortles, it's
What a disappointment.
It's
Blake
his
Bortles
head.
sucks dicks with his asshole.
That's pretty strong opinion. you got
That
there,
gives
Max.
him a career after football.
I hope my mom shut this podcast off by the time you said that. If not, I apologize.
Happy birthday again, Tammy. I know it's late, but happy birthday again.
You're a fucking asshole, dude.
Surprise!
So, all right, what do you got? Who are you guys picking? Enough ragging on Blake Bortles. What do we got here?
Well, I was leaning Titans, but I had a change of heart. I'm going Houston Texans.
Houston Texans.
Houston Texans.
What are you seeing out of the Texans?
The
that make you
Tekkens.
change it? The Tekkens.
Yeah, I think that this latest storm, Harvey's going to give them a little push, kind of like a Katrina, New Orleans situation. They got the young QB Deshaun in there. I think they're going to get it done.
It's a fun angle.
I could see that. They have a great D, and they do have some pieces
Ayo.
on offense, to make something happen. They've been traditionally missing a quarterback. Everybody thought that Brock Osweiler signing from last year was going to put him over the top, but what a fucking debacle that was, huh, fellas?
I
Another
didn't know
nightmare.
that they could stack shit 6'7"
Yeah, did you see the meme that he robbed Houston of like $100 million or
I
something
did see
stupid like
that.
that?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I'll tell you my.
No, go. What do you got?
I'm very excited about this team this year. I picked the Tennessee Titans. I really like what they're doing. They have a fantastic offensive line. They've quietly been building a solid defense. I think the addition of Corey Davis and Eric Decker to the passing game is only going to benefit them. A lot of people don't realize that last year Rashard Matthews was kind of an unsung hero in fantasy football. Over 900 yards receiving. I just see a lot of promise in them, and DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry is a great 1-2 punch.
Marco Murray just keeps going.
He does keep going. I'm head over heels for this team. They're kind of like the team I root for. That
I can
isn't
see that.
my team.
I've got an uncle that's an absolute. He's the biggest Tennessee Titans fan I ever met in my life.
Really?
And
I know one Tennessee Titans
I
fan.
actually also know only one Tennessee Titans fan.
Well, he was an Oilers fan, and he just followed the team in Tennessee. But I hope every year they don't win a single game just because of that fact. Because this guy's the biggest fucking shit talker you ever seen in your entire life. And all he does is go on and on about Tennessee Titans, this and that. And every year, I just like to jab him a little bit, how much his team sucks. And now that I see them on the rise, it's kind of crushing my spirits a little bit.
It's funny, like he has to always talk about them because they're probably the least publicized team in the NFL. So
I can see
somebody has to advertise them, right?
When they first came into the league and they had those new unis, bro.
Yeah, they were.
Those
shit
were
was
some
hot.
hot fucking
Shit was
unis.
hot.
Oh my god! I actually really wanted to be
Eddie
a Titans fan.
George.
I think that's what brought on my buddy that's
Steve
a Titans
McNair.
fan.
Yeah.
How soon after did they go to the Super Bowl? Because I had a theory on when teams change their uniforms. Because remember when the Broncos did it? The Broncos changed their uniforms. They won 2 Super
I
Bowls
think it
in a
was
row.
that year they made the Super Bowl. The Broncos did it.
how many years after the Titans?
I want to say it was only like 1 or 2 years.
And then the fucking Rams, the greatest show on turf, they changed their uniforms.
Exactly.
Went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think
that
all
was the
There's
Titans
magic.
Super Bowl, too. That was 1999, I believe.
maybe instead of the Jets tanking for a draft pick this season, they should just change their fucking uniforms.
Yeah. Well, some sort of change some small modification.
That's a good
no,
point.
no. You need to rebrand.
You really want to rebrand an original AFC team, though? I just think there's just so many traditionalists.
Hey,
that
I'll
would be
rebrand the
very,
Dolphins.
Very much against
I
that.
believe that plays part in fantasy football as well. A little tip out there. Last year, I started out 0-4. I killed my team, changed my team name, and then I came back, went undefeated, won the whole thing.
So you rebranded.
Any
rebranded.
fucking time this guy has an excuse about talking about winning his fantasy football league, he just pulls it right out.
Actually, John was in first place.
Jesus Christ.
The
dude.
whole I don't think we've gotten to this
Are
point.
either of your teams in the AFC South?
It might be.
Then shut the fuck up.
All right.
Oh, yeah, let me get to my pick.
Okay,
Can we
let's get to your
segue
pick
back
now.
to my pick, Max? Is this,
Yeah.
I'm picking the Colts.
You are picking the Colts.
I'm
I was
picking the
going to say I'm
Colts.
surprised
You
nobody
are
is.
fucking drunk.
I'm not drunk. Andrew Luck, I believe, has Hall of Fame skills. Maybe he's got the worst offensive
I was
line
going to say
in
behind
the
the
league,
worst line.
Yeah.
but something's got to happen here. Something's
he's
got to
gonna
get
get
Maybe
hurt.
if Jim Irsay spent his money on an offensive line and not on fucking prescription medication, they would be protecting Andrew Luck and protecting their investment that they made.
I think his medication's probably covered under his plan. He's probably got a fucking really killer plan, Druck.
Yeah, it gets prescribed like hundreds at a time. Yeah.
Maybe.
They
Real
didn't make,
killer.
They didn't make serious changes from the line from last year. Luck's getting hurt this year.
I don't understand the thought
Like a
process
serious
of
injury.
getting somebody that's been anointed a once-in-a-generation player and you don't give him any protection. I mean, what's the deal with that? Isn't that just GM 101? You get this guy.
It goes
protection?
back to what I was saying the very first show we did. Everybody should take a play out of the Dallas Cowboys playbook, and they should just build
Yeah.
your offense.
How is that not
that's
the
how
first
you
thing you
start.
do?
That's the building blocks.
That-
There's just too many casual fans that don't understand that is the most important aspect of a team.
But it's the most boring part of a team. Nobody
is, because
knows
it's no-
offensive
it's no
linemen.
flash.
Can you guys, both of you together, name a single offensive lineman that's in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. Orlando Pace, St. Louis Rams.
Okay, I remember Orlando Pace. He was a staple on that team. He was a staple on the greatest show on turf.
Jonathan Ogden, Baltimore Ravens.
Did he go in?
He did get in.
Okay, I knew he was a future Hall of Famer. Who was the guy that won in this year that was an offensive lineman? Or am I making that up?
I don't think there was an offensive lineman that got in this year.
I thought there was. I thought, I think the offensive lineman for the Jags was up for it or whatever. The guy back in the day, Tony Baselli or whatever the fuck
Tony
his name is.
Baselli. Okay.
All right, let's just keep going. I want to talk about this. NFC East.
Here we go.
You guys
Oh yeah.
are Giants home run hitters, and I know you're going to pick the Giants. You want to know
course.
why?
Because they're going to win.
Because we're homers, and it's really hard not to pick the Giants this year, based on what they've done in the offseason.
All right, let's spend the next half hour of the show talking about the Giants. You guys ready?
Strap in.
Strap in. I hate to burst your bubble there, fellas, but I got the Cowboys
I'm not surprised you have the Cowboys.
winning this division.
Not surprised.
Hater.
And the only reason is it goes back to the line situation. You know, I don't think the Giants have a strong enough offensive line.
They do not, and that is
They don't.
one note
Very
that I
true.
It's a
made,
similar
and I
situation with the
hate
fucking Colts.
How the offensive line has been playing. I think that the best chance for the Giants to run away with the division this year is just really, really hammer in that passing game, and then they can use the run game as a change of pace, just kind of throw off defenses. I think you just really establish the new weapons that they got, like Brandon Marshall and Evan Ingram. We can be over the top. Okay.
Yeah. These are pretty big theoretics, but you need time to throw.
Yeah.
You need time for all this shit.
That's not typically the way you want to build it.
I'm not saying that Eli's going to get hurt, but who's your backup quarterback in case something does happen?
Well, we have Josh Johnson, and we also have Mr. Geno Smith.
Oh, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Oh, Geno Smith. Yeah, you guys are fucked.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, John, why don't you elaborate and tell me when's the last time that Eli Manning went down? And I'm knocking on wood right now.
Wow,
because
knock that wood hard.
I'm
drop.
knocking that wood because Eli Manning has not gone down yet.
Actually, he's been on like a 200 start streak or something like that.
Yeah.
Something crazy, like a Brett Favre-esque streak.
Exactly.
So this conversation is going to lead to that injury.
So anytime someone wanted Ryan Nassibin,
I'm foreseeing it right now.
And I just want to let everybody know that Druckmann knocked twice, which negates his first knock.
I knocked once.
And then Max just knocked.
We have
I think
the power
you guys
of
are,
2 knocks in the room right now.
You guys are
John.
triple stamping,
We
double
literally
stamps.
just talked about how shitty the offensive line is and how Eli has not gone down yet. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
But I knocked on the wood, you see?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
They call him
All right.
Nostradamus. All right, let's go to the next division. We can spend the whole fucking night talking NFC East, but I would rather not.
Whatever.
NFC West. This is kind of a division here where it's got a clear front runner, but you know I could see the Cardinals making some noise. But I think the Seahawks kind of run away with this pretty early. I think the Seahawks are going to go, 11-5, 12-4, and maybe the Cardinals get to 9-7. What do you guys think?
I see the Seahawks coming back this year real strong. I could see them taking the NFC completely, let alone just the NFC West.
I love the combo of Russell Wilson and Doug Baldwin. I think they're one of the best hookups in the league right now.
They're hooking up? They're hooking up?
Yeah, you just told Ciara to back off.
Yeah, on my fantasy squad against
wait.
Doug is his boy.
Wait, when did Russell Wilson get married?
I think last year or something.
And wasn't
he had those whack ass wedding photos?
Wasn't he a guy that never had sex before his wedding?
I think I heard that.
I don't know if that's true.
I think it is true.
Like the Tim Tebow.
Now, he got married last year. Was this before the season last year? I want to look at this.
Are you sure Russell Wilson did this?
I think I did read something about that.
He doesn't believe in having premarital sex.
Is he a devout Christian?
I'm not sure what he is, but I don't know. He just hasn't had premarital sex.
It would explain how his game got thrown off a little bit last year. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So it was before last season? Are we confirming that?
Yes.
I can't believe you have like 6 or 7 fourth quarter comebacks in your career and then you get the pussy. Like, how does that work?
I don't know. So do we all have the Seahawks taking that division?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Eddie Lacy looks great.
Does he?
He looks a little leaner right now.
Well, he
don't
was
believe it.
He was very overweight last year. All right,
I got to see that.
NFC North. Let's all say our prediction on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Packers. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Packer.
Did you not say anything there? Did you not say anything?
Packers.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I was a little torn, but yeah, I am going to go Packers.
Torn?
Yeah.
Who's going to put up a fight against the Packers? The Lions? The
No.
Bears?
I was thinking the Bears, yeah.
You were thinking the Bears?
No, you weren't.
I think that the Bears are going to be
You think
come
that
back a little bit.
fucking giraffe is going to win the NFC North?
No, I think Green Bay is going to win it. But I think that I don't think it's going to be as clear-cut as some of the other divisions.
I could see the Vikings giving them more problems because the Vikings actually started 5-0 last season and they had a shot. They lost in the playoffs to the fucking the Seahawks, which a game they should have won. I could see the Vikings getting back and possibly winning the division, but the Bears?
Yeah.
The Chicago Bears?
They just going to ride on Jordan Howard's back?
Yeah. That's
that
essentially, that was kind of what I was basically.
Entire team.
Yeah, I'm strong with, the offensive line and the run game. That's how you start building your team. It opens up other things.
All right.
Yeah, but they need to have other things.
Last division, guys. Last division. We have the NFC South. And I think it's a strong division. I think any team can win this division.
I think it's possibly the strongest division.
On paper, it could be the strongest division. You have the Falcons, went to the Super Bowl last year.
Yep.
Got the Panthers, went to the Super Bowl a year prior. You got the Saints, who have Drew Brees. Anytime you got Drew Brees on your roster, anything can happen. And then you got the Bucks, the up-and-coming Bucks. This is actually a fun division. This division used to be the laughing stock of the NFL. Remember 10 years ago when this division didn't have a single Pro Bowler? Do you guys remember this at all?
No.
I want to say
it sounds familiar.
I want to say 2006, something like that. This division didn't send a single fucking Pro Bowler to the All-Star game or to the Pro Bowl, whatever you're going to say. But it was the laughing stock of the NFL. Now this division, it's kind of anyone's game. and they're all great teams.
I think I remember 5 years ago too. The Panthers won the division. Like what was their
7 and
record?
9.
Like 7-9.
Right.
Yeah.
They were 7 and 9 and won this
that
division.
was crazy.
That's right.
That was
and
bullshit.
then I think they got beat by Drew Stanton and the Cardinals that year in the playoffs.
All right, so we're definitely saving the best for last here. So, Druck, who do you got winning this division?
Oh yeah, I have the Falcons repeating right now. I still think they're a strong team. I think the absence of Kyle Shanahan is going to affect them a little bit. They're going to have some growing pains. It's a tough division, like I said, but I think they're going to emerge out of it. I think the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Bucks are going to be neck and neck for the division lead. But I think ultimately the Falcons are going to come out on top.
Max?
I would like that. I also have the Falcons returning. I see the Falcons and probably the Panthers more than the Bucks. I would love to see the Bucks. I'm very high on them this year. I don't know if they're going to get it done this year.
I think the Bucks are set up for the next 5 years. So if not this year, next year they're going to be breaking through.
Agree.
They're knocking on the door most certainly right now. I'm going to pick the Falcons as well. Normally, most teams that lose the Super Bowl have a shitty year the next year, but I don't see that happening with this roster. They're pretty solid all the way around.
So many weapons.
So that leads us to our next topic of discussion here. We have finally decided the bet for the Odell Beckham Jr. haircut sweepstakes. Now yes, we have.
Oh, all right.
All right. So next week we're all going to give our answers, but let me just give you a little detail of what's going on here. There are 5 bird teams in the NFL currently. Can you guys name them for me real quick?
Arizona Cardinals.
The
Atlanta
Baltimore
Falcons.
Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens, Atlanta Falcons,
Philadelphia
Eagles, and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll just fill that in for you guys. Now, what we're doing for this bet is during the regular season, we're going to take the combined number of wins from week 1 to week 17. You lump them all together, and whoever is closest to does not get the Odell Beckham haircut. Whoever is furthest away does, however, get the Odell Beckham haircut. And
closest to, not as in Price is Right rules, correct?
No, we're not going to say if you go over or anything like that. It's closest to, and then we have one little twist. It's if one of us ties, if there's a tie to get the cut, we all have to get the cut.
Ooh.
How you guys feeling about that?
That's something that you didn't discuss with us before, but oh well.
I did.
I will go.
I thought I was very
it.
vocal about this.
Yeah,
now,
about the tie. I didn't hear about the tie.
About the tie.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Now,
I just wasn't listening.
Cara in here is a barber, and she's got something going on campus where she's doing a lot of haircuts. And have you ever given an Odell cut?
I've actually given one to somebody who requested it, but not as a result from a bet. So he planned for it. He had the hair for it. He dyed it before I did it. So what do you guys want to do with your hair? You want to dye it? You want to frost your tips? Are we perming it? Or what are
I
we
went
doing?
through a frosted tips era back in the day, and I don't want to relive that ever again.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to start growing it out.
What if I can't grow it out? Am I going to have to get like plugs or extensions?
We're going to do whatever it takes. You're not balding too crazy over there. All right, I'm looking right at you.
Love you, John.
You got enough on top there to borrow some of Druckmann's. He's got a nice head of hair over there. But we're going to start growing it out. What do you want to do, like week 14? Week 15?
Week 15, we call it.
When we start growing it out?
When we start growing it out.
Start growing it out? Okay.
All of us. All right, and then the bet ends week 17. And then the person that actually gets the cut, or if all of us get the cut, that's going to happen on Super Bowl Sunday. So you're going to get a little bit of head start. We're all going to grow it out just a little bit. You know, we might look a little weird for a few weeks. Then once week 17 hits, we can go back to our normal cuts. Or if we all tie, we're going to grow it out even more, and we're all going to get the Odell cut. What are you guys thinking?
I say I'm game. This is Radar Sports Talk. We don't fuck around here.
This is Radar Sport. We'll do a live Facebook thing or whatever. Kara's going to hook it up. Kara, can you look at my hair right now? Can you perm this hair if I grow it out?
I might have to go around the gray bits, but I think I can get everything else on you, John.
That is a low blow, the gray bits. That. Kara, I think you're fired.
Kara, not a single gray hair over here.
Good for you, Druck. Good for you.
Feel pretty great about it.
So that's the bet. That's what we're doing. If anybody has any ideas on how to further the bet or raise the stakes a little bit, I'm open to any suggestion. Just email me at ratedrsportstalk.com.
Where are they going to send that?
They're going to send that to ratedrsportstalk.com. Drop me a line and give me a suggestion on what to do, and we'll kind of take it from there. All right, so everybody knows what's going on down in Texas with Hurricane Harvey, and we just want to say our thoughts and prayers are with the people down in Texas, and hopefully everyone's safe down there and they have the proper materials they need in order to live their lives and survive, because it's kind of crazy. You know, we're having a lot of fun in the studio right now, but we have no idea what people are facing down there, so we should probably do something about it.
Couldn't have said it better myself, John. And I think that, aren't there ways to donate?
I think there's ways to donate. Cara, what do you got for us?
It says the American Red Cross is accepting donations on their website, and you can also text Harvey in all capital letters, HARVEY, to 90999, and that gets you to donate $10. And then if you wanted to donate to the Salvation Army, they also can accept donations online on their website by calling 1-800-SAL-ARMY or texting STORM, all capitals, to 51555. So there you go.
All right, I couldn't have said it any better myself. And that is basically where we're going to sign off this week.
We love you, Houston.
We love you, Houston. All right, for Eric Druckman, a.k.a. Druck, Max Niemeyer, a.k.a. Max, Cara Cliffe, a.k.a. Cara Clips, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and hopefully you hear us again sometime soon.
Bye, assholes.
Peace out.
Bye, guys.